We are hearing from a local mom, Melissa Smith, whose daughter, Kristen Smith, was among 4 women found dead in the Portland metro area. Their bodies were discovered within the past several months, that is, all within 100 miles of each other.
Well, earlier this week, the Multnomah County DA's office identified a person of interest who has been linked to all 4 of the women. Fox 12's Connor McCarthy is here live in the studio to tell us how Melissa Smith and the families of the other victims are processing their grief. Connor?
Well, Riel, Nora, Melissa Smith's daughter, Kristen, was reported missing in December of last year. Her body was found in the Pleasant Valley neighborhood in February, and for months she's been searching for answers. And with revelations this week that there is a person of interest in Kristen's death and the death of the 3 other young women, she says it's been very overwhelming. Wearing a bracelet that reads "Justice for Kristen," Melissa Smith says there is still so much unknown about what happened to her daughter.
It's so much to process, and then it's just, I just don't know what to say besides overwhelming.
Her daughter is one of 4 women who were found dead across the Portland metro area. Now the Multnomah County District Attorney's Office says they have identified a person of interest.
Until I get that phone call or sit down and have that meeting, you know, I don't really know what to think. I can't get excited yet. You know, I'm hopeful. I'm hoping, because if it is him, he's off the streets, because there's more and more and more girls coming up missing.
Kristen was reported missing to Gresham Police by Melissa on December 22nd when she lost contact with her daughter.
I was very close to Kristen. I knew something was wrong. I knew something happened to her. I was desperate for help, and I went to the police and I didn't get it.
She says at the time she felt as though Gresham Police weren't doing enough because Kristen was using drugs and struggling with homelessness.
So they just figured she didn't want to come home. So there's not much they can do, and that really upset me. I really needed help.
Then in February, her body was found in Portland, and police confirmed in May it was Kristen.
Unfortunately, by the time I personally feel like I was finally being heard and being helped, it was too late.
Melissa says for months, she and other family members of other women were doing their own digging into who may be responsible for their loved one's death.
We knew something was going on, and we've all done our own homework. We've all done our own research and then provided all of that to our detectives.
She says she's happy to learn her daughter's case and the case of the other 3 young women is moving forward, but it's been overwhelming.
All week long, I'll speak for myself, not the other families. I've dealt with all these reporters and then incorrect information and my words being twisted around, and it's causing more chaos and stress and anxiety is what it's doing. So I kind of wish this would have waited, you know, and let the police do it.
Melissa says she's grateful for all the support from the community through this difficult time, but is asking the public to be patient as investigators do their work. Like everyone around the world, she just wants justice for Kristen.
And it's our family members. I know the whole world wants to know what happened. I understand that, but we're their family members. We want to know. We want to know first. We don't want to find out on the news or the newspaper.
Just so very sad. And Connor, I know we only spoke with Melissa today, but do you know how any of the other family members are doing? Have they been in contact with each other at all?
Yeah, well, Melissa was saying that they're in constant contact with each other, and just like Melissa, the other families are feeling very overwhelmed by this news and also feel a little frustrated. They're learning everything through media reports. Just like Melissa, they're receiving multiple, if not sometimes over 100 phone calls a day from reporters around the world and people in the public asking if they know any information. But Melissa says they have each other, they're supporting each other, and she's grateful to have that support throughout this whole process. Now, she does have a new GoFundMe set up to help support her and her family as they continue to fund things like funeral costs and other expenses. If you'd like to donate, you can go to our website, kptv.com. Riel, Nora.